can go from one garden to the next. So I bought a few seedlings and I started doing that. Now I do the 2 gardens where I stay.
She's got her purpose back and her life back. She's a different woman.
I can't praise the staff highly enough.
The staff are absolutely fantastic.
It's very good. They look after us very well. The nurses are fabulous.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
And hello to everybody tuning in today. I can't believe it's 12 months since we last had our Laser Excellence in Aged Services Award, but what a year it has been. And from the very outset, can I just say to everybody who's a member of Laser and our friends, what an amazing job you have been doing in the last 12 months, or the last 2 years it really is now almost, isn't it? But especially with today, we even find ourselves with half the country in lockdown and half of us not, and we've been through so much together, and it really is a journey, but it's a journey too that we want to celebrate. We really do need to celebrate our achievements and our milestones, and just take that moment to reflect, to sit back, to pause and think about the wonderful work that all of you have been doing out there, whether it's in your teams, as your rising stars, as the individuals, as the organisations. You're the lifeblood of the aged services sector in Australia. We're here to support you. You're there to support our aged people within Australia, and what an amazing job you do. So this is our opportunity to give back to you, to say thank you so much. It is important to stop and thank each other, and also to just reflect on what it's been like for you going forward. We know on the 7th of August in particular, that one day that we have as the Aged Care Employee Day, that's certainly now grown in momentum and is on the calendar for everyone, and we're going to be making a big effort on the 7th of August to get out there and say thank you to as many people as we can, which will be the culmination of the announcement of our awards that we're doing. It's just so important, the work that's being done in aged service. We're an ageing population, there's no doubt about that, we know it. And the changes that have come about, that have been brought about from the Royal Commission through to the new budget measures, some great announcements there, but that's just a starting point for us. And so there's a lot to be thankful for in our sector, and that again is the purpose for today. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand over now to our fabulous sponsors and supporters in this Excellence Awards scheme, and that's our people at Hester. And joining us this year is Linda Webb. So a great big welcome to Linda, and it's over to you. Thanks, Linda.
This story is about people. People who work their whole lives helping others. They deliver babies, they teach children, and they heal the sick. They offer dignity to those who have lived many years, and they give hope to those who need it most. But they also have their own lives, their own families, their own dreams. And after a lifetime of working for others, one day they'll be ready to take time for themselves. Hester is a super fund that supports the people who spend their working lives helping others. Their work and their stories inspire us to give them a stronger financial future, but also a better world to retire into. So when we deliver strong investment returns or advocate for a fairer super system, it's our way of recognising the immense value of the work they do. It's our way of saying thank you.
If I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you, my name is Linda Webb and I'm the Manager of Business Growth at Hester across WA, SA, NT and Far North Queensland. I would like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we are all digitally meeting on today and pay my respects to elders, past, present and emerging. I'd also like to extend that respect to any Indigenous people that are digitally attending today. It is such a shame we can't be celebrating in person, but I'd like to mention and thank the wonderful team at Laser for converting this to a digital event again this year. We love the long-standing partnership we have with Laser and supporting such an amazing sector. Hearing some of the amazing stories is such a highlight of my role. HESTA is the industry super fund for the health and community services sector. It has also worked hard to protect the long-term financial well-being of our members. We are very proud to support the people that spend their working lives helping others. Their work and their stories inspire us to give our members stronger financial futures and also a better world to retire into. So when we deliver strong investment returns or advocate for a fairer super system, it is our way of recognising the immense value of the work you do. HESTA has recently released a second aged care report that tells a very fascinating story of how our aged care members' experiences have been at work, their job intentions, and how their industry attitudes have changed during COVID. This report is known as the State of the Sector Aged Care Workforce Insights, COVID and Beyond. It was wonderful to see that the aged care workforce felt more appreciated by their employers and more valued by the community during COVID-19. They were also strong advocates for a career in aged care and for their employers and leaders. We know that this sector continues to experience extreme levels of change, and we too are experiencing change. This change is called stapling. Stapling means your current super fund will follow you from job to job. This will impact employers from an administrative point of view and may be quite the burden, as well as individuals if they haven't been engaged with their super and are with an underperforming fund. For our HESTA members, you'll be pleased to know you have nothing to be concerned about when it comes to performance. We are proud to celebrate that we were awarded with the Best award by Money Magazine for our environmental, social and governance product. Sustainable growth, previously known as EcoPool. If you are a HESTA member and you would like to speak to us to learn more about super and your account, please call us. You receive advice about your HESTA account at no additional cost. If you're not a member and just interested in knowing more, there are some wonderful online interactive webinars available to everyone on our website. So today it is with great pleasure that I'm here to represent HESTA as a sponsor of these awards to celebrate and recognise the outstanding achievements of organisations, individuals and teams in the aged care sector. Finally, I'd like to finish by personally thanking each and every one of you for your selflessness and incredible work you do. Congratulations to all the finalists and winners, and here's hoping that we can come back together in person next year. Thank you.
And thank you, HESTA, for your ongoing support of the industry, and again, in particular, these awards. We can't do it without you, and we really do appreciate it. Now, every day in aged services across Australia, and my goodness, don't we know how vast our country is when it comes to looking after things in aged services, the rural, remote and regional areas of Australia, but in particular Western Australia. It's sometimes, people can't comprehend just how large those distances are and how disconnected we can be. But through systems like our awards, we can actually connect with people. And there's so many people out there making such a difference to the lives of our older Australians, whether they're personal carers, the chefs, the admin people, the IT people, gardeners, CEOs. We all come together as big teams or big families to make sure that we care for our elders. And it can be challenging, there's no doubt about it. Challenging and emotionally draining, but the one thing that we do hear from people is just how rewarding and how fulfilling that can be. And after a really long day, it's sometimes just lovely at the end of that day to have the person that you've been caring for just to say thank you for what you've done that day. And you go home with that sort of lift in your spirits and feeling pretty good because you've made a difference in someone's lives. And that's what we're celebrating, and that's what we're all about. So today, throughout our presentations, you're going to be hearing from some incredible people in Western Australia. And my goodness, we have got some talent here. And as this is now, the second time that I've been involved directly with this, and it's not going to be getting easier over the years, because the people that we have up for awards, you all deserve an award. I keep saying to our best team, can't we just give everybody an award? But we do have to get to the point where we actually make these announcements. Now, this year, I'm so delighted, as talking about the vastness of our state, Halls Creek is not a place that too many West Australians have been to. I'm lucky enough to say that I have been there, and it's a really interesting place. Got a fabulous facility up there, the Halls Creek People's Church for the Frail Aged, looking after some amazingly beautiful Aboriginal aged people in there, our original custodians of this land where we're meeting, and now we get the custody of their aged care. And none other than our first nominee, who we're going to hear from in the Rising Star Award, is Lena Judrell. And Lena comes to us from, as I said, the Halls Creek People's Church for the Frail Aged, a 28-bed residential care facility out there in Halls Creek. So let's hear from Lena.
My name's Lena Judrell, and my role here is a carer. And I'm at the People's Church Frail Aged, Halls Creek. And we have a language name for the facility here, and it's called Mankawamura. Mankawamura. It's like a meaning for a good home. So that's what I choose that sometimes a good home for them. Every day for me, like when I come, I experience everything, like I've learned so much, and like caring is the most, and acting as an advocate too, for the elderlies. So we do a lot of things with the old people, like when something is wrong and something they need, we get straight away to on call, like to the nurses and all that. And just being close to them, the elderlies, They're just like our mom, grannies, and and like sisters who say they're so lovely to talk to, and when I first started, I seen them, like talking to them, it's like they are like families to us, And for me, I feel like I'm connected to the old people, and I choose to come. I choose to come to work here and to care and to serve, like I experienced in working at Hack, and like came here, I always wanted to care, because I can't sit at home, and I'm usually like a working person, and I've got kids and grandkids, that I look after them at home as well. I'm a busy woman at times,
Thank you, Lena. Your warmth, dedication and aspirations to inspire others in your community is extremely commendable. It is with great pleasure that I can now announce that Lena Judrell is our 2021 WA Rising Star winner. The Rising Star Award is presented to a person with less than 5 years' experience in the industry. Although they are relatively new to aged services, this individual is already making an impact within the sector and on the lives of older Australians. Congratulations, Lena. This is very well deserved, and we hope you will continue to make a difference with the aged services industry for many years to come.
Say thank you, and to the people that voted me, and I just want to continue, to do the service and like providing in the community here, and also I want to be a role model for the young ones too, to come in and to do their parts as well, to give them more experience for the future, to know, what's good for them to come in, to see me as a caring person, to work, respect, love, and the culture thing around here, learn them everything,
Wow, well, congratulations, Lena, a really worthy recipient of this award. I'm so delighted, and I can't wait until we can meet face to face to share your award, and really a rising star. You're giving back in such a special way. So look, thank you so much for everything that you do, and I hope the award means as much to you as it does to us here in Laser. So now I'd like to introduce our next nominee, is Patricia Nico in the individual category that we have now. So Patricia Van Niekerk works for Home Instead Seniors Care. She's been with them for the last 2.5 years as a caregiver. So let's hear all about Patricia and the wonderful work that she's doing.
My name is Trish Van Niekerk, and my role is a carer with Home Instead. I started that in March of 2018, and it's just been a absolute, and I get a little bit emotional about this, but it's just been a real joy to be here. I've been in nursing since I was 15, and to have this, to be part of this organisation with its ethos at this time of my life is just the best that I could ever have. It's just been a wonderful organisation to work for, it really has. I guess my thing is to really listen to my clients. There is one family, wife had just come home, you know, looking at the husband and wife, it was heartbreaking actually. But she'd come home from surgery and I could see she needed a lot of help, a lot of reassurance, very fearful, fearful of her husband dying, fearful of her situation. And so I rang up Home Instead. I did my little bit that I did, and I rang them up and I said, look, I'm going to just go in here as a volunteer because I just felt that she needed extra. So I just supported her over 2 or 3 weeks, I think it was, just with a bit of extra time of my own time, and then Home Instead we fulfilled that particular what was needed for her. Got a client who couldn't, she didn't want anyone with her, she couldn't speak, she was totally bedridden, and we got her out of bed, we got her I moved her around in a wheelchair, and she then started to communicate with other residents, staff, just by waving her hand or touching them. Now I can actually give her a hug, and just the expression this morning when I left her and she was, oh, she didn't want me to leave, which is just, you know, from where she was in the bed, didn't want anyone, to that is just, it's beautiful, you know, it's just brings a lot of joy to my heart.
Thank you, Patricia. It was fantastic to hear your insights on your role and what's working in aged care services means to you. Patricia, congratulations. You are this year's WA Individual Award winner. The Individual Award recognises an individual who has demonstrated excellence through their significant contribution in the delivery of aged care services. This person exemplifies commitment and authenticity through their work. Congratulations, Patricia. The judges were particularly impressed with their ability to identify and recognise your client's individual likes and needs, enabling you to provide the most personalised care.
I would just like to say that I am very honoured receiving this award, and I am truly humbled, and it feels very surreal to me receiving this award, as the care I give my clients comes from my heart. And I do what I do because I love making my clients' lives actually better, and I actually get paid for it as well. So, which is awesome. I'm so grateful to have found an organisation such as Home Instead, as they fulfil all the attributes I believe so passionately in. Home Instead shows great support for their carers from the management, as I've said, down, and this in turn reflects in us as carers and our relationship with our clients. And as I said, I've worked for many organisations, but I give honour to this organisation. I have found Home Instead fully behind their carers as they endeavour to provide safe and practical support to clients, making lives fulfilling. And I found that the many different clients' backgrounds and stories quite amazing. It is my privilege to sit with them and listen as they share their lives with me. Caring is a joy to me when I compare it to the many years of nursing with such an intense environment and detailed paperwork. So thank you so very much to my senior coordinator, Yasmin, and the training management, Tracy, for your encouragement, and also the management team, Remo and Tony. A client of mine and I went into the head office just after they moved into the new premises. And my client has a very, very, very short-term memory. And it was 5 o'clock and I was just delivering something with my client here. And it was Tony and Remo who came and they actually showed my client around. And there were beautiful big pictures on the walls. My client is a beautiful artist and unfortunately her eyesight is very diminished. And when she was walking around, she was just looking at all the big pictures on the wall, and there's the care and the consideration and the honour that Remo and Tony gave to my client. When we actually walked out, and this is really strange, we walked to the car, and when we got in the car, she said they were lovely people. Now, for her to even remember where she had been was amazing. So that kindness made such an impression on her that she actually commented on the way that she was actually treated. So that's just an example of this organisation and what a pleasure it is to actually work for them.
And again, thank you. Fantastic work, Patricia, and just congratulations and keep it going. You really are making a difference to the people that you care for. Our next nominee is Rachelle Johns. Rachelle comes to us from the My Home Care service group in Halls Head, an area just outside of Perth. So again, good to see nominees coming from outside the metropolitan area to go with the theme of rural, remote and regional Western Australia. And Rachelle is the operations manager and customer coordinator. So let's hear all about the fantastic work that Rachelle is doing.
So my name is Rachelle, and my position at My Home Care is the operations manager. Look, I've been working in community services for 12 years and very passionate about aged care and disability. And one of the things, I guess, I started as a support worker many years ago and worked my way up to operations manager. And one of the things that I come across was a lot of customers just never get a call back. Nothing ever gets followed up. They feel like they're constantly not being heard. So we've really taken an approach at My Home Care to become a personal assistant to all our customers. We actually are co-located with a sister company called Modern Medical Clinics, which is actually a GP. So when we talk about that personal assistant approach to our services, what we mean by that is we're actually a little bit of a one-stop shop for our customers, because we have a doctor's surgery, allied health, pathology, and specialist suites. So when you're a customer with us, you have, if you're not already a customer of the doctor's surgery, we're able to make doctor's appointments, organise the transport, organise either allied health in-home or out-of-home, like general aged care providers do, everyone does. But we just do everything so it just flows seamlessly. So all they need to do is ring up the office and say, I would really like to see the doctor, or I'd really like to see the podiatrist, and it's organised right through to transport, so they have nothing to worry about. Well, aged services is something that I hold quite closely to my heart. So my grandparents had quite a big input in my upbringing. I spent a lot of time with them. I guess for me, working as a support worker and just seeing the gaps in the service that was being provided by these big corporate companies and people not being listened to. So for me, being in this position and working in the services, it's quite a privilege to be part of shaping the future of aged care services and how I'd want to see things, and being able to be in control of that in my home care is quite an honour, really, to be able to provide such quality of services.
Thank you, Rachelle. It's wonderful to learn more about your contributions to the aged care services sector. It is with great excitement that I can announce Rachelle Johns as the winner of the Next Gen Young Leaders Award for WA 2021. The Next Gen Young Leader Award recognises a person under the age of 40 who demonstrates leadership through initiative and dedication in the delivery of aged care and services. This award goes to someone that is passionate and enthusiastic about making a difference. Congratulations, Rachelle. This is a fantastic achievement. Thank you for all you do to not only within your organisation, but also the community around you.
I would like to thank my colleagues, in particular Jessica, Steve and Amanda. I think behind every great manager is a greater team, and I'd be nothing without them. So it would be a big thank you to them and their support for me. Yeah.
Wow, well done, Rachelle, and we look forward to seeing more of you in the next few years. So as I was talking earlier, every individual makes a difference, but it's when we come together that great things can happen. Individually, we do some great work, but together, wow, can we be great. When a team of people or an organisation work together, united in their vision, and they have that sense of sharing and a common purpose and common goals and ideals, the people who will benefit will be the people that we're caring from, our older Australians. They're the ones that are going to benefit greatly from the work that you do together as teams. So we've had the pleasure today of celebrating teams that embody that culture of enthusiasm, positivity, empathy, and embrace the challenges. And don't we know that there are so many challenges, but working within aged services, they meet those challenges head on with passion and drive and enthusiasm. So I want to firstly introduce you to the amazing team at the Brightwater Residential Aged Care Allied Health Consultancy Group. So let's hear from them.
So my name's Andrea King. I'm the Allied Health Manager at Brightwater Care Group. We're an organisation that's been around for a really long time and with a long history of supporting people with really complex needs. So I look after a big group of allied health across our organisation, and the most exciting bit that I'm talking about today is the aged care consultancy service for our allied health practitioners in social work, speech pathology and dietetics.
My name's Amy. I'm one of the dietitians, obviously part of the dietetic consultancy service within Brightwater, and we go out to all of the different Brightwater aged care homes and disability homes as well.
So we have a consultancy model. Our speech pathologists and social workers support all of our 750 residents where there's a need. So they respond to a referral really quickly and get to those clients really quickly. We utilise telehealth. We cover a really large geographical area, and so that's a really, really great way to ensure that our clients and our staff supporting our clients get really good clinical advice from our speechies and our social worker. Honestly, my allied health team are experts in their fields, and no two clients are the same. They have to pivot every day to deal with really complex situations. And as we know, our elderly residents are older and more frail, entering aged care than ever before. And so we need to make sure we have absolute experts in front of them when they need it. And with that, you need to be passionate about making a difference to our residents' lives, and they absolutely do.
Thank you, Brightwater, and for the work that you're doing. Amazing as well. I love hearing about all of the different and innovative things that people are doing just to make life brighter and better for our seniors in Australia. Now, our second team that we're going to hear from today is the Getaway Woodvale team. Now, Getaway's got that connotation of travel, and we're going places, and I tell you what, the Getaway Woodvale team, they really are going places, and let's hear from them now.
So I'm Rachelle Johns, the Aged Care Manager, or otherwise known as the travel agent for the Getaway Woodvale team, where I help our seniors tick off their bucket lists with their very own personal passports.
Hi, I'm Lisa, Community Vision's art therapist, helping our seniors to create amazing travel masterpieces through works of art.
Flight CV123 is now boarding. Getaway Woodvale passengers, have your passports ready. I'm Ian Thompson, project coordinator, but my working title is Captain Civilius Thompson, CV for short, and I'll be your flight captain and tour guide.
And we're the Getaway Woodvale team.
I'm the project coordinator here, part of Community Vision's aged care team, providing support for elderly in their homes and at the community social centres. But we're partners in providing purpose, dignity and quality of life, but especially fun. And as Captain Civilius, I have the special ability to break travel bubbles and connect people with their memories and their new experiences. We can take you back to times and places when you felt younger and life seemed less complicated.
We have the power to transport you to your favorite hangout, listen to your music, and enjoy a delicious home-baked scone from the Country Women's Association cookbook, as if it's come right out from your old wood-fired stove.
We had customers share their lifelong wish to go on the GAN. So we created the whole experience with food, virtual travel through virtuality headsets, audio, visual, and pictures, and creating art projects, so everyone got to make their own travel souvenirs. But best of all, these experiences, they're Chromecast, so that everyone is sharing this experience with your friends.
It's so nice to be recognized for something we're so proud of and to know that it's appreciated by others.
And to be honest, I feel like we're winners already, because when we see our customers engaged in the creative and immersive experience, it's truly remarkable.
Thank you, Brightwater's Residential Aged Care Allied Health Consultancy team and Getaway's Woodvale team. What a fantastic work you're both doing. This year was an incredible tight race between these two wonderful teams. Both teams demonstrate excellence through initiative and contributions that have improved the lives of older people. They are also embodied in a positive team culture. Congratulations to both teams. I am pleased to announce, though, that the winner of the WA Excellence in Aged Services Team Award is, for 2021, the Getaway Woodvale team. Congratulations to the Getaway Woodvale team.
I'd like to thank our CEO, Rachelle Jenkins, and Chief Operating Officer, Yvonne Tempson, whose capacity to put up with our crazy ideas is incredible. The staff at Woodvale, especially Nick, the master chef, Elvina and Anime, and the travellers. The feedback, support and love that we get from that group, it's allowed us to take it to the next step. And we'd also like to thank Laser for recognising excellence in aged care services. We're really proud of being here and we hope to continue that relationship with you, doing great work. So well done.
Well, there you go. Congratulations, Woodvale, a Getaway team. That's just fantastic. And look, what a great scheme. I want to actually come and bring my passport up there, and I want to go on that trip too, and to be bringing your virtual reality to people in this environment it's fantastic, and they're embracing new technology which you're bringing to them. So good on you, and fantastic. And well done to the other nominees as well. But it's a really well-deserved report. So good on you for the Community Vision group up there and the Getaway team. You rock. You absolutely rock, you guys. So another team of people providing absolute outstanding care in the residential sphere is Rosewood. And I love going to visiting Rosewood and the people out there, and Mario Zalberti and all of the team who are out there dedicated and passionate for what they're doing. They're building a new facility as well, but they've got their lovely facility there in Leederville. And it's a small not-for-profit residential aged care organisation. It's been around for a long time and very well known, but gee, they do a great job. And as I said, they've been there for over 60 years. And they've grown though, from 50 employees some time ago to now 200. And with the new facility coming online soon, it's only just going to grow further. So now let's hand over to Rosewood and hear from them and see what they've been up to.
I'm Philippa Hinton, Chief Operations Officer for Rosewood Care Group. We have a 121-bed facility in Leederville, and we're building a new building in West Perth, which will be 152 beds. So I'm also involved in the preparation for that, and we are undergoing a home care proposal as well. So the Rosewood Way was a quirky way staff referred to our amazing culture at Rosewood. And then the board decided, because we're growing massively at the moment, we didn't want to lose that kind of family feel. So the values we had at the time didn't really mean much to staff. So we were allowed to have a consultation group with staff, come up with our own values that really encompass that family culture. And then once we had our values, we defined what the Rosewood Way meant to staff. And, you know, it's really about exceptional staff behaviour. And then we just ran with it. We developed this whole framework, what the desired behaviours were, training, rolled it out to families and residents and staff. We celebrated it with a big morning tea. And now people are held accountable to make sure that they do work according to the Rosewood Way. I think I really knew that it was working when you start to hear residents and families talk about it. And they would say to me, oh, this staff member, she's a real Rosewood Way champion. And you know it's working when the families and residents talk about it and know what it means.
Congratulations, Rosewood. You are this year's WA Organisation Award winner. Thank you for all the fantastic work you're doing for our sector. The Organisation Award recognises an organisation that has demonstrated excellence through significant initiatives or contribution that has improved the lives of older people. They've also fostered the development of a vibrant, enthusiastic, caring and effective work culture. Rosewood embodies all of the above and more. Congratulations again to a very worthy winner.
So firstly, I'd like to thank LASA for recognising that aged care organisations do such outstanding work and deserve to be recognised and awarded and appreciated. I'd like to thank and acknowledge the Rosewood Board and CEO for letting the staff come up with the values themselves and for keeping us accountable and keeping it alive. And the biggest thank you and gratitude goes to every single staff member that works for Rosewood. They really do go above and beyond and give 100% to our residents and makes it a Rosewood Way family. And they make me so proud, and I challenge anyone to find a better place to work or to live as a resident.
Oh, look at that, and Rosewood win our organisation here, and I'm thrilled. I'm delighted that they've won that. I know that all of the people out there who do that, they'll be so excited that they're now living in an award-winning facility, which is fantastic. I hope you very proudly display that on all of your correspondence from now on, that you're the Laser 2021 winner in the category for organisations. Well done to all of you. So that brings us to a close for another year. I can't quite believe it that we've done it, and we're looking forward to year 3. But don't forget, we're going to be heading on to the national awards after that. So let's see how WA fares in the national awards later on. So again, this is an opportunity for us to thank Hester for all the fantastic support that you give to us and to all of the people that you look after in the superannuation field. We know that's a bit of a minefield as well, and to see that you do that so well and support us in what we're doing in Laser to bring these sorts of functions and awards out to our members. We really, really do appreciate it. To all of the people who took the time to put in a nomination, whether you nominated an individual or the Rising Star, I know you have so much stuff that you're doing when it comes to reporting and filling out surveys, but we think this is probably the nicest thing you get to do, is when you get to say nice things about the people that you work for. So we really do, we love reading them and hearing more about them. But as I said, it's just a shame we can't give an award to everyone, but give yourselves all a big pat on the back, because you do just a great job. So everyone that has won an award today from the West Australian perspective, as I said, goes on to our national awards, and we'll wait with bated breath to see how many of the trophies that we can bring home again this year. So that's it from me for this year. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. To our great events team at Laser who put this together, and it's not just here for me in Western Australia, it's for all of my other state managers as well in the other states. So what they do it by 6 or 5, by 5. So there's a heck of a lot of work that goes in. So a big thank you to them, but I know they enjoy it just as much as I do. And again, to all of you fabulous award winners, thank you so much for your dedication, your passion, and thank you for being part of Laser. Goodbye from me.